All right, so you want to start a YouTube channel.
You want to make it work.
Yeah, make it work.
Maybe even, find a little bit of success.
Especially since this whole YouTube thing's new to you.
Yeah.
We're going to dive deep into Think Media's video,
Yeah.
Genius Advice for Small Channels.
Ooh, I like it.
It's like we've got top YouTubers and industry experts whispering secrets directly to us.
That's a good way to put it.
And guess what?
What?
You'll learn why those first 100 videos you make might be more about learning than becoming the next big thing.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Like just getting out there and getting the reps in.
Yeah, the idea of starting messy that they talk about really hits home for me.
Mm.
And I think it applies to just about anything creative.
Yeah.
We all get stuck in that fear of being judged.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking everything has to be absolutely perfect before we even think about hitting that publish button.
It's so true.
All right.
And Sean Cannell from Think Media, he nails it when he says start messy.
Yeah, he does.
And he talks about kind of two main groups of people starting YouTube channels, right?
Yeah.
You've got those who already know their stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like the experts in their field.
The experts.
And then you have those who are still figuring out what their niche is.
Right, they're still searching.
Yeah.
They're finding their way.
And I think it's reassuring to hear that both of those groups need to embrace the messy start.
Absolutely. And the key takeaway for both,
Yeah.
for both those expert creators
Yeah.
and those still finding their niche, is just start.
Just get out there and do it.
The learning happens while you're doing, yes. And even if your early videos aren't perfect, they're like stepping stones helping you learn and improve.
Right. It's kind of like when you learn to ride a bike.
Okay.
You're going to wobble,
Yeah.
maybe even fall a few times, but you learn something from each attempt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's interesting.
What?
Sean Cannell himself
Okay.
had a YouTube channel before Think Media.
He did. What?
And it wasn't successful.
No, really?
But those videos, the ones that didn't get a ton of views,
Yeah.
those were the building blocks for the success he has now.
Absolutely.
It proves that sometimes you really do learn the most from those failures, quote unquote.
Yes. And that ties into another important aspect that Think Media highlighted.
Yeah.
YouTube is a long game.
Oh.
You're building something sustainable, not chasing overnight viral fame.
Okay, so you're saying I shouldn't expect 1 million views on my first video.
Well, you never know.
Okay.
But it's more about the journey
Okay.
and building that connection with your audience over time.
Gotcha.
Think Media showed that a lot of YouTubers see their videos take off months after they were originally posted.
That's wild. Imagine uploading a video and then months later it just explodes in popularity.
It happens all the time.
Really?
Remember Nate Think Media's video editor?
Yeah.
His video didn't really gain traction until like 100 days after he uploaded it.
Wow, 100 days.
100 days.
That's incredible.
It is.
I think a lot of people would have given up by then.
Yeah.
It really shows the importance of sticking with it.
Sticking with it.
Okay, so we've talked about starting messy. We've talked about playing the long game.
Right.
But what about the dreaded YouTube algorithm?
Oh, yeah. Everyone wants to know.
How much should we really worry about that mysterious beast?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Think Media encourages us to shift our focus.
Right.
Less time obsessing over the algorithm and more time understanding our audience.
So instead of trying to crack some secret code,
Yes.
we should be spending time getting to know the people we're trying to reach.
Exactly. They actually got insights from a YouTube representative
Oh, wow.
who explained that the algorithm is designed to meet the audience's needs.
Interesting.
So our job as creators is to provide value and create content that truly satisfies our viewers.
Okay.
It's not about tricking the algorithm.
Yeah.
It's about serving your audience.
Okay, so less time decoding algorithms and more time connecting with humans.
Exactly.
I like where this is going.
I do too.
But how does that actually work in practice? I mean, how do we make sure our videos are reaching the right people?
One powerful strategy they suggest is to think of it like conducting market research.
Okay.
Before you even hit record,
Uh-huh.
you want to validate your video ideas.
So we're talking about testing the waters before diving in head first.
Yes, give me all the details.
Yeah.
This sounds like a game changer.
Right.
It's simpler than you might think.
Okay.
You start by searching for similar video ideas on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look at the views those videos are getting
Okay.
compared to the channel's subscriber count.
Gotcha.
That can give you a good idea of whether there's an audience for your idea
Okay.
and if the algorithm is likely to promote it.
Wait, so if a video with a similar topic to mine has way more views than the channel has subscribers,
Yeah.
That's a good sign, right?
That's exactly what you want to see. It means there's interest beyond that channel's usual audience,
Okay.
which suggests that the algorithm sees potential in that type of content and is actively pushing it out to a wider audience.
That's amazing.
It
It's
is.
like a sneak peek into what the algorithm thinks is valuable.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've validated our idea.
Mm-hmm.
We're ready to hit record.
Right.
But then
Uh-oh.
the pressure hits.
Yeah.
It can be so tempting to just churn out content for the sake of it,
I know what you mean.
to keep up with some imaginary schedule.
That's the trap a lot of creators, especially those just starting out,
Yeah.
fall into.
Uh-huh.
The pressure to prioritize quantity over quality is real.
Oh, it's so real.
But think about it.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched a video and could just tell the creator was phoning it in?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
And those are the videos that I immediately click away from.
Right.
But Think Media has some refreshing advice, right?
Right. They encourage us to focus on creating a few high-quality videos
Mhm.
instead of a ton of mediocre ones. It's better to take your time and create something you're truly proud of,
Yeah.
even if it means uploading a little less frequently.
I get it. But why do so many creators fall into the trap of prioritizing quantity over quality?
I think it often comes down to feeling like you have to upload on a certain day,
Yeah.
even if it means sacrificing the quality of the content.
Oh, yeah.
But that can lead to viewers disengaging, and ultimately it hurts you more than it helps.
That makes so much sense.
Mm.
It's better to have people genuinely enjoy your videos,
Yes,
even if there are fewer of them.
much better.
Okay, so.
And speaking of enjoying the process,
Yeah.
let's talk about the emotional side of creating on YouTube.
Okay.
It can be quite a roller coaster ride, can't it?
Absolutely.
Lots of ups and downs,
There are highs and lows, moments of excitement and moments of doubt.
for sure.
It's definitely not always easy.
Right.
So how do we navigate that emotional side and stay motivated for the long haul?
Yeah.
We've talked about patience
Mm-hmm.
and consistency, but is there anything else that can help?
Think Media emphasizes the importance of finding your community.
Yeah, okay.
They believe that working with others, whether it's collaborators, mentors, or even just fellow creators who understand the journey, can make all the difference.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like having your own personal support system,
Yeah.
a group of people who get it.
Yeah. They can celebrate the wins with you and offer encouragement when things get tough.
So true.
Right. And they can provide feedback,
Yeah.
offer a fresh perspective, and help you stay motivated when those feelings of doubt or loneliness start to creep in.
It's so easy to feel alone when you're first starting out,
It really is.
especially if you're working on this whole YouTube thing, by yourself.
Right.
But the Think Media team themselves are a great example of this, right?
They are.
Their collaborative environment seems to be a breeding ground for new ideas and motivation.
It does. And it makes you realize that you don't have to do this alone.
That makes a lot of sense when you surround yourself with people who believe in what you're doing.
Yeah,
It makes it that much easier to push through the inevitable challenges
absolutely.
that come with building something new. It's like having a team of cheerleaders who also understand the struggles of the game.
That's such a great analogy.
Thanks.
And speaking of motivation for the long haul,
Yeah.
Think Media introduced this intriguing concept called the compounding interest of attention.
Okay, I'm all ears. Compounding interest of attention. What's that all about?
It's the idea that consistent effort and audience growth over time can lead to exponential returns
Okay.
in terms of view subscribers and even new opportunities.
So it's like investing in a really awesome stock that just keeps going up.
Exactly.
The more you put in, the more you get back.
It's a powerful way to think about it, just like with financial investments.
Yeah.
The earlier you start and the more consistent you are,
Mm-hmm.
the more you benefit from that compounding effect. But on YouTube, those returns are more than just numbers. It's about the connections you build with your audience and the impact you create through your content.
Now that you mention it, one of the most inspiring things about YouTube is the sense of community that so many creators foster.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's not just about entertainment.
Right.
It's about shared interests,
Mm-hmm.
learning from each other and building something together.
It's really quite remarkable, and it all circles back to what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Starting messy,
Uh-huh.
embracing the long game,
Yeah.
understanding your audience,
Okay.
validating your ideas, prioritizing quality, finding your community, and realizing that it's not about chasing instant fame,
Mm-hmm.
but about building something meaningful and sustainable.
So for our listener out there, ready to take on the world of YouTube,
Yeah.
what's the one piece of advice, the golden nugget of wisdom that they should hold on to?
Here's a thought-provoking question to consider.
Okay.
What's that one video idea you're so passionate about that you'd be willing to put in the work,
Yeah.
even if it takes time to see it flourish?
That's a great question to ponder. It's not about chasing trends
Right.
or trying to be like everyone else.
Exactly.
It's about finding that spark within yourself, that unique perspective that only you can bring to the table.
Exactly. And for even more inspiration and practical tips,
Yeah?
I highly recommend checking out Think Media's video, Genius Advice for Small Channels.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's so much valuable information packed into that video, things we didn't even have time to cover here.
So there you have it.
We did it.
Our deep dive into the world of YouTube success.
We did a deep dive.
Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes.
Start messy.
Start messy.
Find your people.
Find your people.
And, most importantly, create content that you're truly passionate about.
That's the key.
Who knows, your next video could be the one that takes off 100 days from now.
It could happen. And with that, we'll leave you to ponder your next YouTube masterpiece.
Until next time,
Happy creating.
happy creating. It's funny, because when you think about it, that advice about finding your passion applies to so much more than just YouTube.
It really does. It's about tapping into what truly excites you,
Yeah,
what makes you want to share your knowledge and your creativity with the world.
right.
And that enthusiasm, like genuine passion,
Yeah.
it shines through in the work you create.
It's like that saying, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
Right.
Maybe it's not always that simple,
Maybe not.
but I do think that when you're genuinely excited about something,
Yeah.
it makes the hard work feel a lot more rewarding.
Absolutely. And that's especially important on a platform like YouTube,
Mm.
where consistency and perseverance are key.
Right.
If you're not passionate about what you're creating,
Yeah.
it's going to be much harder to stay motivated over the long haul.
So true. And think about it from the viewer's perspective.
Yeah.
You can tell when someone is genuinely passionate about what they're talking about. And it makes you want to keep watching,
Right?
to learn more,
Mm-hmm.
to become part of that community they're building.
That's the beauty of YouTube.
Yeah.
It's a platform where authenticity is valued, where
Right.
people are looking for real connections and genuine voices.
Right.
It's not about being perfect or having the most expensive equipment.
Yeah.
It's about sharing your passion, your knowledge, your unique perspective with the world, and who knows, maybe along the way you'll inspire others to do the same.
That's a beautiful thought.
It is.
So to recap, for anyone out there who's feeling inspired to start their own YouTube journey, remember,
Start messy. Don't let perfection be the enemy of good.
embrace the long game. YouTube success is a marathon, not a sprint.
Understand your audience, create content that provides value and meets their needs.
Validate your ideas before you hit record. Make sure there's an audience for what you're creating.
Prioritize quality over quantity. Create a few amazing videos instead of a ton of mediocre ones.
Find your community. Surround yourself with people who support your journey.
And most importantly, find your passion. Let that be the driving force behind your content.
And remember, we're all learning and growing along the way.
Absolutely. There's always something new to discover, new skills to learn, and new ways to connect with your audience.
So with all of that amazing advice in mind, we'll leave you to ponder your next YouTube masterpiece. Until next time,
Happy creating.
happy creating, Fisk.